Need to type Suru. Just put a icon for go live. Very warm welcome back to the Biomass Oval, and good evening to our viewers in Malaysia and across the globe. We're here for the MCA Tri Series of 2025. We've got the Malaysia Reds versus Thunderstorm Outlanders for you coming up this afternoon. Out in the middle with the two skippers is my co-commentator and partner Kamran Hamid. Let's head down to the middle for the coin toss.
Well, it's another day of cricket of the MCA Tri Series 2025. And I have two captains on my right from the Thunderstorm, the captain, Shehbaz, alongside with Malaysia Red, Amir Azim, alongside our match referee, Mr. Suresh. Let's flip a coin. Tail is the call. Is heads it is. Shabazz, you won the toss, and what have you decided and why?
We are going to bat first, and why we are just like because this is already 3:30, 3:50, so we know that pitch is good, already dry. We just wanted to use like the moisture whatever we have as a batsman because ball come on the bat nicely. So this is why we are batting first.
So the total, what is your mind that you want to put on the board for the?
So as we watched yesterday, they chased 120 yard, and now we are planning to score like around 160 something.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Amir, well, unfortunately, we lost the toss. If you won the toss, what will you do?
Of course, batting first. This wicket's really fly. Good weather, good outfield, but unfortunate.
So you're bowling first. What will the score that you would restrict them?
Even 180 to 150 also still chaseable. It doesn't matter whether they score high or low, but we try to do our best in bowling part, try to restrict them as well as we can.
All right, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Well, the news from the middle is Thunderstorm win the toss and they have elected to bat first. We'll catch you shortly from the combo.
Winning the toss, and they're playing their first game in the series. The Reds have played 4 apiece, and so quite a bit in terms of catching up for the Outlanders to do. And, they are going up against the Reds and Amir Azim and co with the ball at the moment. The Outlanders with the bat, looking to get a good first innings total here. The sun is playing hide and seek at the Biomass Oval. A little while early, just a few minutes earlier, it was bright and sunny. And, we've had some cloud cover, non-threatening cloud cover, I should say. So plenty of T20 action coming your way from the heart of Malaysia. Shivan, our on-field umpires for the day. I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome into the com box from the center, who is with the two captains for the toss, Kamran Hamid. Welcome and a very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Robert, and good afternoon, everyone, whoever listening us from any part of the world. Yes, this is a great tournament. It's going so far here from the beautiful venue of BAYUEMAS, MCA T20 Tri Series 2025. Yes, the cloud is playing a little bit game here as we are here out for another great game of T20, Robert.
Yeah, we had the ODI format, quite a bit of it, and we've got the under 16s happening simultaneously, which is heading towards the end. That's ball one, hit away into the leg side. So exciting T20 action. We're back to it, Kamran. Good intent shown on the first ball here.
Yes, indeed. That's eyes on the cake. Something that we have been hosting together, the 50 over tournament, and now we are into T20. Is great entertainment for us and for everybody. And why not? That's a good start from the captain of Thunderstorm, Shabazz.
Shabazz very quick to choose to bat first because it's an afternoon game. That's beautifully driven by Dinendra Murli, but straight to the fielder, Mohammad Akram, youngster, another left-arm pace bowler. We've seen some good pace bowling over the past couple of weeks. Kamran, you and I, we've had some good conversations regarding and revolving around fast bowling. The BAYUEMAS at this time of the day, usually a very good batting surface.
Yes, indeed. And I loved always enjoying to see those fast bowlers, in particular these youngster, coming hard and hitting that big hearts. The wicket looks like a batting friendly today, but let's see what will be the condition later on in the middle for these two teams. How well they utilizing this surface as just to bring it to your knowledge, those who are listening, Malaysia Red has chased 180 in the previous game. They're up on the heat. We'll see.
Oh, the skipper looking to go after everything here is Azhar Shabazz. Quick too, they'll get it quite comfortably. So good running between this opening pair, Dinendra and Shabazz. But just going by the first four deliveries, Kamran, it looks like an excellent batting surface. It's just coming onto the bat very nicely.
Yes, Robert, the wicket is quite dry. Still grass is there. It's just not a live grass. It's just a surface grass, which probably not a dangerous thing for the batter. Usually, when you have that's well targeted. Usually, when you have live grass on the surface, does help a lot when it's come to a fast bowling skit with the new ball swing and seam away. But this is not really harmful, so it's a friendly batting friendly wicket, I would say.
The other thing we were mentioning about is the time of day. It's quite a late afternoon game, a late start to this one. So the surface will have got plenty of sunshine. First bounce attempted, pulled away into the leg side by Shabazz. Work to do for the fielder there, pulls it in. And a couple of runs picked up as well. End of the over. Exciting first over, 6 without loss.
There was a good intent shown by the Muhammad Akram. It's good to see putting a batter right away on the back foot. It shows that he is right here for the business. It's a good over for the Thunderstorm.
Well, Arslan Shabir, the left arm off spinner. We'll see this quite a bit in the T20 format. Pace from one end, spin from the other. Spinner not looking to turn it as much with the new ball. Look to fire it in and target that off stump. Slip in place. The legendary Kizar Hayat.
Oh, that's
Driven through
glorious.
the offside. Beautifully all along the carpet. And top stuff there from the fielder. That is Arifullah, another youngster. Well, up and comer at least. Not sure if he's a youngster still, but definitely rising through the ranks. Take a look at that for an effort. Um, definitely saving a couple of runs there.
That was you mentioned the T20 bring those spinners, especially the left arm to the right-hander batter, is always is a threat. And all these left armer, the reason why they've been bring him to the right hand in the first spell of the inning is just utilizing the new ball skidding into the pads.
Well, that's well bowled. He's gone up for appeal, but he had a chance there for a run out or a stumping. Because the batter had hit the ball and come and gone way out of his crease there. Definitely be worth another look. And the other thing I'd say, Kamran, to your point of using left arm spinners, is it's much easier to set a field for them against the right hander. And once again, a stumping opportunity has gone down.
You said it right, and also a bit difficult to for a right-handed batter to face the left arm bowler, because in particular when the bowler is a bit smarter utilizing the crease well, angling the ball has become something that I know about Shehbaz. A little bit of I would say a bit of, if you target his pads, it does give you the opportunity to get the wicket. And I think that's the reason why they bring Arsalan Shabir to Shehbaz and Janindra, because these two batter likes to go hard and targeting those leg side boundaries. So I think that's a great.
On leg side again, but straight to the fielder. And so far, what we've seen from the two openers of the Outlanders is that they're willing to throw the kitchen sink at everything. Changing his bat there. We'll have to wait and see if that works. But a good start so far. 2 overs gone, 9 without loss.
That's his. Both of them that's their style. Go hard on every ball. I know Janindra plus also the Shehbaz. These two are naturally a hard hitter. They like to go hard on the bowler. Doesn't matter which number they come to bat. That's their style, and I think that's a modern cricket required these days. What do you say, Robert?
Well, it's completely in contrast to what we were talking about in the 50-over format not too long ago, Conrad. In the T20 format, you're in autopilot. You've got one mode, and that's overdrive. As a batter, you see ball, hit ball. That's the mentality in this format in particular. And that's because teams can afford to go at 8, 10 and over or 20 overs. They've managed to sustain that scoring rate throughout an innings, and especially if you've got a well-established batting lineup, it makes it so much easier to go at even 10 and over, which is why now we see in 20 overs, 180, 200 being the average pass score. And well, with batting surfaces, I like the BAYUEMAS 200 is quite possible. And you talked about the Reds chasing 180. So the surface holding true even in the second innings, which suggests the Outlanders, they have to bat really well here against the Reds in the first innings. The ball still shaping in for Mohammad Akram. So that won't last very long. If they hit a couple of boundaries, the swing dies down very quickly, Kamran. You'd know more about this as a bowler.
Yes, indeed. And that's why from both sides, yes, different pace on the ball, but from both sides, left-handed. As I mentioned earlier, these two batter like to go cross of the line of the ball. You can see from Shehbaz is just try to get close to the ball and try to hit it hard as much as they can. So it's a great mind. Amir Azim, the captain of Malaysia Red, he mentioned during the toss that he would like to bring them down under 130 or 40. So that's a great thinking to bring those two left arm into a take.
Well, this is a very different plan of attack from Mohammad Akram. He's gone for the block hole with the new ball and he's executed it really well. And the only problem with the block hole plan of attack is you've got to be very accurate. If you miss it, it lands in the slot of the batter. And we spoke about the mindset of batters in this format in particular. Anything off target, they will punish. So I'll have to wait and see if Akram changes his plans here for the last two deliveries. Goes leg side-ish. It's not a bad delivery. He's still getting that ball to shape in towards the right-hander. But he's got to be careful not to bowl any length on this surface, Kamran.
Yes, indeed. You're talking about, you mentioned that targeting the block hole, and I think this is, we mentioned T20 all about a batter does come and go hard in every ball, and the bowler are brave enough to take maximum risk. Oh, that's on the pad. Just show the face of the bat and going through for a boundary. So coming back to my point, is just these bowlers are way brave enough to take enough risk targeting those stumps and pads to getting first early breakthrough, because they know if any batter comes and stay a bit longer on the crease, they will get done the damage. So I think that's not a bad idea to hitting those block holes. But yes, you said it right. They need to be very much accurate.
Yeah, the only problem with hitting the block hole is you can land 3, perhaps 4 in an over. But if you try to land 6 out of 6, you're going to miss your length, and it's going to turn into either a full toss or it's going to turn into a delivery that's on length or in a half volley region. And the batters can capitalize. But a slower delivery there to wrap things up. Good comeback after being hit for a boundary from Mohammad Akram. 3 overs gone, 17 without loss for the Outlanders.
Nice atmosphere here in the BAYUEMAS over, as we are witnessing this T20 MCA series 2025. It's a good contact so far between these two teams. Arsalan Shabir is continue.
Well, Jinendra Murli, who's faced majority of the deliveries, and Arslan bowled well, just 3 runs in his first over. Well, Mohammad Azhar, the skipper from Outlanders, has looked to go hard at everything.
It's not gonna be so easy for Shabazz to hit from the angle Arsalan Shabir is. Look at him from where he's bowling, and he's going way wider of the crease, and also bring that left and even further wider and creating the low arm, bringing into him. He need to be a little bit more lower or a bit straighter. I believe that could be able to.
That's hit beautifully, fully in control of that one. Chooses to do something different this time, backing away towards the leg side and going down the ground. Very good batting here from the skipper of the Outlanders, picking himself up a boundary, almost matching his partner at the non-striker's end. Both faced 11 deliveries apiece. It's quite some time now. They've got to get a move on. And looking to go leg side, managing only to under-edge it onto his stumps. That's the first wicket to fall for the Outlanders. They're playing their first game here. They're looking to get off to a good start. But they've lost their first wicket with a score on 22.
Just get the thick inside edge of the bat. He was slightly a bit of rush. Well, when the left arm comes, you need to be a little bit more good at reading the line and length, because I think he have not seen a bowler from where he's bowling, from the angle that he creating for himself to making sure to get that pad. He's very smart bowler, and he have been improved way more a lot. So that's not gonna be so easy for any batter to go against Arsalan Shabir with the way he's bowling at the moment. His new ball is skit away. He put a bit pace on the ball. Variation does help a lot him. He does bowl a bit slow one, so that's the captain of Thunderstorm loses spot in the middle.
Well, the other thing about Aslan Shabir is he's got not just the variations in his bowling, but even his release points. He changes them up nicely. He's got the round arm that goes really wide, and it's a little bit difficult. And then he's got one that goes closer to 12 o'clock, the release point. So he's mixing things up nicely here. That's the one that's a lot closer to the ear, the left ear. Good end to the over. A wicket coming from it. 4 overs gone. 22 for 1 for the Outlanders.
So now this is going to be very interesting because Zakir Hussain is replacing the captain. He's also way capable, a very dynamic, stylish, composed batter. If he stay a little longer on the crease, he can really bring that innings for himself and for the team long, and he's way able to rotate. He's a good rotator of the striker as well. On another hand, Janindra is complementing. He will go hard as usual.
Full toss from Akram. Not able to put it away. And Murli has been out there for quite some time since ball 1. Struggled a bit, both him and the skipper. Mind you, this is the Outlanders' first game in the MCA T20 series of 2025. The Reds have played 4 already, so they'll have their plans better set than the Outlanders, who will have to hit the ground running here. There's a lot of experience amongst the Reds lineup. The skipper himself, part of the national setup. We've got the experienced veterans as well. Izar Hayat is one of them. He will surely be part of the bowling plans, but only brought in if necessary. And well, make it 2 in 2 overs for the Reds. Hassan Shabir striking in the previous over. Mohammad Akram striking in this one. They've dismissed both the openers. Jinendra Murli, well, missing a straight one.
Let's have a look. How is this done? As I mentioned earlier, just take the pace of the ball. As usual, he would go cross. That's not really a good start for the Thunderstorm Outlanders. But here you go. Another good batter, Saifullah. Malik is walking in, and these two are way capable of rotating the strike, hitting the boundaries. These two are not really a hard hitter, but they are more of the rotator and more of the ground boundaries hitters. And this is going to be very interesting because these two batters looks a little straighter comparatively the two openers from the Thunderstorm.
Well, the openers, I have to say, they haven't done the job. They're into the 5th over, 22 for 2. Not the start that the Outlanders would have wanted after winning the toss and choosing to bat first. They've now had to change their plans. They've sent out 2 technically correct batters who like to nudge the ball around, according to my partner, Kamran Hamid. We'll have to wait and see if that works out. And Amir Azim at the toss said he'd want to wrap up the Outlanders under 130. So which of those plans are going to come across? We'll have to wait and see in the next 15 overs. Meanwhile, Mohammad Akram, 3 dots and a wicket in his 3rd over.
That's not the start that any team would want it because it's T20 game, and this T20 usually we have seen it 40 to 50 runs, almost close and that's why they're taking the advantage of first circle. Another great ball. Seems like Muhammad Akram has found his line and rhythm. And definitely when the fast bowler does get the wicket, he gets more boosted, he get more confident. He 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 hit the deck hard, he hitting the right areas. That's why it's so important to get the first breakthrough.
Oh, beating the outside edge with another slow one. It's a maiden wicket in the fifth. So good comeback in his third over from Mohammad Akram. 14 for 1 from his three. Pretty good figures inside the power play. When the opposition wins the toss and chooses to bat first, if you can get them on 22 for 2 in the fifth over, you'll be quite happy with yourself. Should Amir Azim, as he will continue with the spin, the left arm spin. The two openers who were looking to be very attacking only managed 22 on the board before both of them were sent packing back to the dugout. Well, the Reds seem to have a slightly better game plan, despite the fact that they were put in the field. That's played off the back foot. Very orthodox textbook shot. Is it going to run away? Yes, it will. And that is the first boundary for Zakir Hussain. Off the back foot, punched beautifully.
He's way capable of doing that again and again. So they have to make him play at the right area. As Zakir Hussain is technically sounded better. He doesn't seem rushing on the ball. He pick up the right balls. This is a good contest between Arsalan Shabir and Zakir Hussain.
Definitely good smart bowler versus a technically sound batter who will look to manipulate the field and the bowler. Both these batters according to Kamran. And so good contest here between ball and bat at the moment. You'll have to say the ball is winning this contest. 27 for 2 in the last few deliveries of the batting power play. Any bowling side will take that.
Totally agree. Yes, at the moment, bowlers are dominating, even though we've talked about earlier that the wicket is look like a batting friendly, but yet taking advantage of the top order batter. Let's see what these two batters can do with this.
And I think the Outlanders, because it's their first game, they're going to have to get used to the conditions. Oh, looking to slash at that one through the offside. Gets the outside half. It's running away. BAYUEMAS oval outfield. Very fast at this time of the day. Waves are signaling 4 runs.
Very there you go.
Gentlemen. Oh, was that a chance? Was that a chance? Asma Saqib with the gloves. He's missed a couple of opportunities off the bowling of Aslan. Mind you, this is a very expensive over by his own standards. 2 boundaries and a single coming off it. Very economical most of the time. Smart batting from Saifullah Malik. Just work towards long on. 10 runs coming off it. 6 overs gone. Still a very good power play for the bowling side. They picked up 2 wickets, just conceded 32 runs as the Outlanders, well, they're looking to get to a score that they can defend. That's the end of the power play. Signaled by Mr. Shivan, one of Malaysia's most experienced umpires, who's adjudicating this game on field.
Well, now the circle is open. The field has been split a bit. There is more room for the batter to just tickle down, look for the two, and also the loose ball need to be punished. They are slightly underrated. It's just 5 runs per over. They need to just shift the gear and pedal up a bit, making sure just at least pick one boundary in an over and get few couple of doubles or singles, at least running each over 8 to 9 runs per over. Then only they're gonna be able to put some decent total again. This strong batting lineup, Robert, you mentioned earlier that they are very strong batting lineup. The captain himself, Amir Azim, looks very good in form.
Oh, that's a wayward delivery. He'll be bowling his final over of the day. Well, Mohammad Akram. Little shimmy of the arms there for umpire Shivan. Well, 4 overs on the trot. Normally, you don't see that in this format. That's because Mohammad Akram has bowled really well, and the Reds have a very long list of options in terms of bowling.
Yes, indeed. They have Arifullah, they have Khazer Hayat, they have the captain of himself as well. And also they have a Snain. They have a lot of option, as you said. It's more of quality spinners is left, which will be utilizing later on in between.
Oh, this is a good slow delivery. I tell you what, Kamran, I'm looking at the Reds batting card. I bet look at the team list, and it doesn't matter if I go from top to down or down to top. They look like they're a side with all rounders. And,
Yes.
so a very strong side for the Reds. I don't know too much about the Thunderstorm Outlanders. Perhaps you can fill me in. But I think at this point, the Reds a very strong side on paper. But as the old saying goes, cricket is played on grass, not on paper.
Well, you said it so right. Sometimes we see good name on the paper, but they fail terribly on the field. It's not because of the name. It's just, as you said, it's played on the grass. So yes, let me take you through a little bit on the Thunderstorm Outlander team. They do have a way capable of team here who is able to put some good runs on the table. The two opener was way capable, but didn't really contribute. These two who are right now in the middle, Saifullah Malik and also Zakirullah, a great talent, and definitely they will look into stay there a bit longer, and they will try to open up in over a few overs. And then they have also Nahid Hassan, which is the left-hand batter, aggressive, very aggressive. He like to go hard. If I can give you an idea of with the red, who is Rajkumar Rajinder, he's almost same photocopy of him when it's come to batting. Mohammad Salman, he's also good. And Sufyan Shabir, he's a middle order batter, very balanced, and I've betted. I have been with the teammate with him when we play 50 over tournament just before a few months ago. Oh, that's a good shot.
Also, a few names to look out for, according to Kamran Hamid, as Mohammad Akram comes to the end of a very good spell, 1 for 20 from his 4. He's bowled 4 overs on the trot. done the job with the new ball for the Reds. Well, the man marking his run up is a wily veteran spinner. Gotten to know him over the years. Lovely gentleman, a good ambassador, great ambassador of the sport, part of the senior men's team as well for quite some time. Has a wealth of experience. And, well, off the field, he's an absolute peach of a gentleman. On the field, he absolutely detests giving away runs. He likes to be very economical, does not like to give away runs, and he likes to get those overs very quickly. I am, of course, talking about the one, the only, Kisar Hayat Durrani. Starts off with a delivery right on the money. There you go, telling his own keeper, keep the chatter down to a bare minimum. That's Mustaqim. And Kamran, what do you make of Kisar Hayat Durrani?
Well, you must be surprised if I tell you this. Me and him been coming together to Malaysia in one together aeroplane, same time, same day. So I know him from the way back in Pakistan, and he's the one who bring me to Malaysia. I remember just recently. Oh, that's a chance of the catch. Would it be? Oh, it's taken. Saifullah wanted to go hard on it, but it's not that easy. Not really get connecting the ball and just taking very easy catch by Hasnain on the boundary.
One of the safest pair of hands on a cricket field, Hasnain Ahmed and Kisar Hayat Durrani. Well, he's looking a lot slimmer than the last time I saw him. Perhaps on that intermittent fasting and hitting the gym regularly. He's a wonderful gentleman. Completed his level 3 coaching course not so long ago. Made the trip to Bhutan, where he had the opportunity to meet one of the game's greats. Sanat Jayasuriya was in attendance. And so he's getting his certification in charge of development of cricket. So the future of Malaysian youngsters and is in wonderful hands as he's picked up another wicket, the third to fall for the Outlanders, 40 for 3 here midway through the 8th over. And that's a wonderful story about you and Kisar Hayat knowing each other and coming on the same flight on the trip over. So perhaps you can give us a little bit of a sneak peek in terms of the man that is Kisar Hayat. What kind of mindset does he have? I've gotten to know him, not as much as you have, but he is a very fierce competitor despite being and playing the game for so long. Even today, when he steps on the field, he's a fierce competitor.
Yes, indeed, he is. He has played a very decent cricket in Pakistan as well. He have played Pakistan under 19. Has had games against India and few other countries. His batting was phenomenal. He wasn't a bowling like this. He believed more on the turn. He was genuine spinner, a very outclassed fielder. Very sharp, and he was on the field a different caliber. There you go, the guy who I was talking about, Nahi Doctor. Exactly the same fashion that he loves to. First ball, bang. That's a good start for any batter with dreams.
Absolutely. Just a bit fuller in length from Kisar Hayat. And he's dispatched it with some aggression. I think this is another batter who I think only bats in overdrive, Kamran.
And that's the guy I was talking about. He's fashioned exactly like Rajkumar Rajendran. This guy like to hit. He don't really think twice. He just watch and hit. So that's his way. But of course, he's batting against a good mind. We'll definitely have a plan now for him. Oh, that's...
Kisar Hayat won't mind Nahid Hassan going after him. He'll work out a plan very quickly, but a rewarding first over for Kisar Hayat. 1 for 7 from his first over. 8 overs gone. Outlanders 45 for 3.
They try to make it come back, and they do need to make a comeback, put some runs on the board, because the scoreboard doesn't really look good for the Thunderstorm. It's just 45 runs on the board in 8 overs. They have to step up, and I think this left-handed, he is way capable of to hitting long boundaries, because I've seen him twice earlier in a few games, in 2-3 day games, I think, if not mistaken. Yes, he loves to hit long boundaries, but nevertheless, captain introduced himself and taking responsibility with the ball. Let's see.
Oh, smart bowling from the skipper of the Reds, Amir Azim. Just floated that one slow pace off. Hassan was looking to give himself a little bit of momentum boost. Had to wait for it. Good start to the over. Amir Azim is another smart bowler with a lot of experience.
Well, I'm a genuine fan of this guy. Amir Azim is just purely, it's a good run in between the wicket. Just purely, he's so quick in the field, and I like people who marching up in the field and show that electrify movement towards the ball and throw hard to the keeper gloves or hitting those stumps is just simply mesmerizing me. And for some reason, I'm a fan of him on his fielding.
It's gone leg side. It's up in the air,
Oh,
and
oh
it's been
God.
put down. It is been put down. Well, you do not want to do that off the bowling of your captain. Take a look at this. Should have been 4 down, and it's the danger man that's been let off the hook. Immediately, that long on fielder changed. Well, if you're a youngster and you have your captain bowling, you want to make sure you take those catches more than the other ones. You do not want to drop your, and especially if you know somebody like Hassan who likes to hit the ball hard, and your captains come on to try and take that wicket, creates the opportunity. The thing about that catch was it stayed up in the air for a very long time. It wasn't a very difficult catch, Kamran. He had
Yes,
plenty
it.
of time to position himself under it. Uh, but yeah, just I remember the days when I was young and playing cricket. We were always told never drop catches of your captain's bowling.
Yeah, you said it right. I think now the cameras are there, so all the captains are act cool and nice. I still, oh, that's another shot. Swing, swing, and it's gone this time. Hit straighter, and that's the cost they're gonna pay if this guy stay a bit longer.
Well, 50 coming up with that maximum half a dozen for Hassan after being let off the hook. That was a wideish delivery. He chased after that one, put it down the ground, and well, that fielder, he might want to stay out of the sights of Amir Azim for the next 5 or so minutes. Because a drop catch and then a six just rubs salt into the wounds.
Oh God!
But here we have Kizar Hayat, who will look to try and pick up wickets. I think we'll have a drinks break after this over. It's going to be very important here for either team. If they can bowl a good over here, pick up a wicket, or if the batting side, the Outlanders, can get 5, maybe 10, 15 runs in this over, or without losing a wicket, they'll go into that break with a little bit more momentum and positivity. Clipped off the pads. There is protection.
I tell you why. When among all these 11 players, this is the guy who will pray for now that God get this guy out, get this guy out. And now I say the cameras are there, and the captain has been staying cool and calm. Our days there was no much cameras. There was more freedom of words and action. So I can't really say much here. But you know, Robert, what I mean.
I think everybody watching who's played cricket in yesteryears understands what you're saying, Chance. But Good bowling here from Kizar Hayat. But yes, in back in the days when there was not so much coverage as there is now, the the field was peppered with words that were dipped in honey. Let's put it that way. But for now, it's a good over so far. Nahid Hassan not looking to go after Kizar Hayat. Is he going to flight one above the eye line? Just tempt the batter into playing a big stroke. No, he won't. Hassan will just look to block out this next delivery.
I think he is aware of his capability and he doesn't want to underestimate his skills and his experience, and probably he want to be a little bit careful on him. Oh, that's gone.
Well, he was patient for most of those deliveries, and on the final delivery, just before drinks, could not control the urge to go big. Goes big, finds the outside half of the bat. Kizar Hayat, well, he knows exactly what he was doing. Kept that third fielder nice and tight, close in. Makes no mistake, takes the catch. Fourth wicket down. At the end of the 10th over, the score on 56. It's the danger man. And I know one person who'll be very relieved that Kizar Hayat picked up that wicket. It's only cost 1 run. Drinks will be had on the field. We'll take a short break here in the com box and come back to you on the other side of this drinks break.
Welcome back after the short break. Thunderstorm is a bit in trouble, scoring 56 runs in just 10 overs, losing their 4 wicket. 1 wicket just right before the drinks break. Then is Nahid Hassan, who looks very sharp, going against every single ball. He was very careful, but Kizar Hayat has get rid of him. From Negara end, Captain Amir Azim will continue with the ball.
Well, 10 from his first over. Was a very good, smart over that ended up with a 6 on the last delivery. The man who hit that 6 is back in the dugout. 57 for 4, just after drinks. Kamran, Amir Azim said to you at the toss that he wanted to restrict the Outlanders under a score of 130. It's looking a whole lot more likelier that Amir Azim and the Reds will manage to do that. The Outlanders are going to have to bat really well here to get past 130.
Yes, indeed. At the moment, they are rightly in control of the game, and but still there is another 9.3 over remaining. And this two batter, Shiraz Farooq, is the new batter who will give a company to Zakir. But it can be, if they need to really put paddle up and score at least 8 to 9 runs per over, I think they're only going to be able to put 140 to 150 on the board.
That's a beautiful looking shot, but don't know if you saw that on the previous shot, the sweep. Waib Zada at the square leg umpire had to duck for cover. So all singles this over. Finishes off with the dot ball. 11 overs gone. 60 for 4. Amir Azim coming back well. We talked about the body language and the energy levels of Amir Azim. I'll have to agree, he's a very energetic, lively character on the field. Almost looks a bit restless. He's got that much energy, does not know what to do with it. But now that he's been given the role of captain, and we were joking about the fact that we've got so many cameras, he's learned to control himself. But you can see when he comes out to bat, he likes to go after everything. Here he is in that cover position for Khizr Hayat. Will fire it through. Tell you what, Kabrad, you've known Khizr Hayat for quite some time. Has he always bowled with this much pace?
No, he wasn't like this before. He liked to leave the ball in the air, believing on the turn. He was more slower and more of the different mind bowler. But now, even though when he comes to Malaysia, he was bowling exactly the same fashion for a couple of years, and then he has changed his path and converting himself to almost like a medium pacer. He liked to put the pace on the ball. He's just starting believing on this, and it's for some reason it does help him a lot as a bowler.
Yeah, of course, a mainstay bowler when he was in his prime, and still yet for a lot of the sides that he plays for. That's because he's very economical. You can see here he's into his third over, given away just 10 runs and picked up 2 wickets. And a true story of being able to adapt to your conditions, to your environment. And well, he's gone up for an appeal. And the umpire, Waibzada, not interested. And well, when we're talking about is the style of bowling, is that Khizr Hayat used to flight the ball a lot more. Came to Malaysia, it was a lot of T20 cricket, shorter format cricket, needed to adapt to be able to get a few more opportunities, and adjusted his line and length and trajectory, converted himself to be a very economical bowler. And as we can see, even in the shortest of formats where the batter is looking to go after you, he's bowled really well. That's a good looking shot. And, well, 12 over 62 for 4. A couple of runs will be added to the total. 1 run, actually. Amir Azim, however, on the other hand, bowls his left arm spin a lot slower, a lot more loopier through the air.
That's
That's hit down towards long on, not off the middle of the bat, so it won't.
Amir Azim is bowling his third over. Step dancing down, just going straight to the hand for a single. It's very nice and cloudy here in a BAYUEMAS over, and it's a good weather for this T20 MCA T20 series, try series. has been a good rotation between these two, but they need to shift the gear and they have to figure out to pick up boundaries, at least one boundary in over. With that, we comes to end of over number 13. Thunderstorm is moving up to 67 for 4.
Oh, bowling in partnerships here. The opening spell did the damage, dismissed both the openers, and then the first change options. Quite a handy bowler to have coming in. That's pulled away into the leg side. They picked up a couple of wickets, and it sees the Outlanders, who were playing their first game here in the MCA T20 series of 2025, in a little bit of trouble heading into the final 7 overs, the back end of their innings. That's hit uppish and a brilliant catch taken at point. And there's definitely some spin on the ball with the batter cutting it in the end. Very good forward diving catch taken. Another one bites the dust. Half the batting lineup of the Outlanders back in the dugout. Amir Azim and the Reds will be very happy with this.
Slower delivery. Just get a bit of turn. Wanted to give some room. Didn't really get a good bat on it. And Rajkumar Jindal wasn't expected the ball will just drop in front. He makes some effort. Make it easy. Smile on the face. But there you go. Muhammad Sufyan is walking into the middle. Now this two has to do a bit different, as they have been a little slow. If I'm not wrong, more slow. It's just 5 runs per over they're running, which is T20 game is very less comparatively. These days, they're targeting every over 9, 10, 9, 10. And I think that's one thing that Zakir has tried to talk to him and say that, okay, now you're with me. Let's focus more on rotation and let's focus to picking up the boundaries. And definitely they would not really go hard on Khizr because he's bowling the last over of his spell. Just 4 balls remaining. They would want to just to take the strike and not allowing him to get more wicket. This is 3rd wicket and just giving 11 runs.
I think the Outlanders have lacked a little bit of planning here, going up against the Reds. They've tried to take on Khizr Hayat, who I think is perhaps one of the most experienced bowlers across any format, across all of Malaysia. Instead, they've not looked to go after the left-hander. Even the skipper of the Reds, Amir Azim, would have been a lot better. But instead, they've gone after Khizr Hayat, and they've given him 3 of their wickets with 2 deliveries to go in his spell and given away just 11 runs. So a top-notch effort. Make that 1 delivery to go for Khizr Hayat. So Kamran, Outlanders, of course, playing their very first game here in the series. So it's understandable. It'll take them a couple of games to get used to the conditions and the oppositions. Looking to sweep that one. Is the finger going to go up? Waibzada deciding it's perhaps just going down leg side or even over the stumps. And just a 1-run wicket in the over. Khizr Hayat not too happy with umpire Waibzada, but he'll finish a brilliant spell of bowling 4 overs, 3 for 11 for Khizr Hayat, 14 overs gone. Outlanders 68 for 5.
Well, Khizr Hayat has so much aggression on the field when it comes to his own bowling. He doesn't like anyone to misfield on his bowling. He doesn't like anyone to make any mistake, even especially his bowling. He's way more particular about his line and length. He take every single ball so serious. As far as I know him, I've playing along with him a lot of cricket, and I still remember one incident journey when your teammate drop a catch and you are there, you will just go and tap him on his shoulder and say, "It's okay, never mind. Focus on the next one." And I remember he was bowling, and one of my teammates dropped the catch. There you go, Arifullah. And and I just walked to him and I say, "It's okay, never mind. Good try. Focus on the next ball." He saw me from far. And he told me, "Hey, you dropped my catch," and you're telling him it's okay. So he's very more aggressive. He's so much attached to the game when he's there in the middle. So this is something that I really like about him. He's fully dedicated when he's there.
Absolute fierce competitor is Kizar Hayat. Good spell from him came to an end in the previous over. Arifullah here, another up and coming fast bowler in the ranks. Is very skittish. He's got some very good wheels on him. Can get the ball through at pace. Starts off with a couple of singles. He's able to bowl that back of a length and the Yorker really well. Although I haven't seen him bowl too many well executed slow ones. He has the off cutter that he bowls quite well.
Yeah, he is. He has been working on himself quite long, and he is way capable of turning the table around. The other day, he bowled so well, and he got man of the match. He's just another a fast bowler who is a lot of eyes on him, and he is in the making, in progress. Impressive.
At the moment, just going full and straight. Rajkumar Rajendran there, just having an awkward bounce as that ball goes past him. Arifullah runs in, very pleasant action for a fast bowler, almost like he's floating on the surface as he runs in. Swing and a miss
Swing.
there. Good stuff so far in the first 5 deliveries from Arifullah. Just the 2 runs coming off it. Around a lot is going to come down to this partnership between Zakir Hussain and Mohammad Sufyan. If the Outlanders are to get to a total close to 120, 130, it looks quite a distance away.
Yeah, definitely. They should try and get some good total on the board, because as of now, I don't really see much intent from these two batter. But they should try to open up the bat and try to look for a boundary. And these two are way capable.
Yeah, that's the end of the 15th over. So they'll have 5 more overs to get about 50 odd runs, which means they'll have to score at about 10 and over. They've only got 5 wickets in hand, and the top order back in the dugout, which suggests the Reds, going back to that toss that you had, Kamran, Amir Azim will feel like things are going exactly to plan. He's gone to another change in bowling. Kizar Hayat has pulled out. More spin from this end.
Yes, they are rightly at the moment at the driving seat. Another bowler, Prashant, a good bowler introduced, and that's a good thing to bring a spinner at this stage of the game when the batting team required more runs, and this is where you become a smart leader, and that's why Amir Azim think that it's the right time, and he made the right decision for me, my understanding, because pace will have the better to get boundary and not much effort, but the spinner will require for them to put more effort, more room.
Well, it's a bit of a gamble because it's an off spinner to the right hander, and that's the gamble that Amir Azam is taking. It The right handed batters hitting with the spin. I would have much preferred to see a left armer come on at this stage, left arm spin option, but Amir Azim willing to take the risk, just shuffling across towards the offside and picks up a very handsome half a dozen. So good batting here from Mohammad Sufyan. Just the one run before this.
Well, Mohammad Sufyan is way capable of hitting those long boundaries. He has been a silent, I will say, a player. I've been watching him for quite some time in the domestic circuit. He has been, for my understanding, underestimated, but now he's. Oh, that would be a great catch, but just not enough. Long enough hand, I would say.
I think that's Arifullah there at the short fine boundary. Just puts in the dive, but not able to get to it. And you just bowled the previous over. And, well, good over for the Outlanders. Mohammad Sufyan picking up a 6 and a 4 now. And he's hit this one really well. Has it got the distance? Yes, it has. Well, 2 maximums. It's becoming a very expensive over. We did say it's a gamble. Bowling an off spinner at this stage when you know the batters are looking to accelerate. They've accelerated in fine style, Kamran.
Yes, indeed. And one good thing about Sufyan is not just swinging his bat. Look at it. He's making way up to the ball. Look at that. And he tried to pick up the gap. So this is where he's become very. Oh, that's chance of the. Oh, direct hit will do, but making it home safely back. That's a good over for the Thunderstorm. 16 over gone, 88 for 5. Robert, since they have been taking, what do you think? What will be the score after this 4 overs?
Well, they've got to look to go at least a minimum of 10 and over, Kamran. And that's 40 from here on in, which will give them 128 on the board. And I think if they can manage that, it'll give their bowlers something to defend. Again, we talked about the Reds batting. It's a very deep lineup. So, but at least 128, 130 will give them something to defend. And it's a funny game. Anything can happen. So, Arifullah will look to attack the block hole here. And we already saw that. Got to be very accurate with it. He's got to have a backup plan because if he lands, he keeps trying to bowl Yorkers, he's going to miss his length at some point. And that's what the batters are hoping for at the moment. Executed that first one to perfection.
Yes, Arifullah likes to bowl to that block hole, and he's there another good ball, and that's cleaning up.
I think that's also taken the back half of the bat and ricocheted onto leg stump. So Arifullah landing back-to-back Yorkers. One, the batter was able to dig out. Sufyan on the second one. Take a look at that. He's almost played that onto his stumps, but a brilliant Yorker executed yet again from Arifullah. He's picked up his first wicket, the 6th of the Outlanders. And departing after a good knock of 18 from 15 deliveries from Mohammad Sufyan.
That's a really good bowling by Arifullah. He has been in this circuit playing regular games, 50 over formats and T20 format. The other day we talk about is very important. In my point of view, I'm a bowler, so I would say it's long format does help a lot fast bowler to improve their strength and to the more longer you bowl, the better you become, the accurate you become. And I think that's that we can see here from Arifullah bowl two consecutive block hole balls. Thunderstorm continue to bleed, losing their sixth wicket. A guy who's that chance of a run out. Oh, lucky, lucky. What's happening here? Zakir Hussain.
Well, it's all happening. We don't know what exactly it is, and we'll need a closer look. But top effort there from Rajkumar Rajendran. In the end, it's a dot ball. That's all that matters. There's a yes, no, sent back. 16.3 overs, 88 for 6. Arifullah is into second over, yet to concede a run in this one. Looking for another Yorker, ends up being a full toss, just helped into the leg side. This is what we were talking about. The margin for error when you're trying to execute Yorkers is very minimal, because if you miss it on the fuller side, it becomes a low full toss. And if you miss it on the shorter side, it ends up as a half volley. So it's one of the harder deliveries to execute, and to do it at this late stage of the game always is a lot harder. So it's a tough skill that Arifullah is trying to execute. Another full toss, but it only goes as far as long on, and he's picked up his second wicket here, the seventh of the Outlander batters. And, well, Mohammad could only score the one boundary. It's falling apart here, Kamran.
Yes, indeed. They are not building up the partnership. The other day we have talked about, we've been talking about a partnership, and if we look at it, yes, they are not being able to build a partnership, and the partnership built, they will be able to put some good runs, but yes, they are falling apart. None of them has been there for some time. Salman departed, just contributing a bit. Zakir Hussain and Sufyan was looking good there at the middle, but not enough.
Absolutely. Speaking of partnerships, Kamran, I've thoroughly enjoyed our partnership here in the Combox. We started off a bit shaky in our first game, and after spending more time with you in the Combox, I have to say, thoroughly enjoying my time with you and covering games. And what the Outlanders have failed to do is spend time out there in the middle. And it's a lot easier for us to sit here in the Combox and talk about spending time out in the middle with the air conditioned and the great view that we have here from the BAYUEMAS Oval. Arifullah finishes off a good second over, 2 for 6 for him. 17 overs gone. The Outlanders 92 for 7.
Yes, indeed, that's not so easy as we are enjoying ourselves here in an air conditioned room, but this those who have been given a chance there, they should try. What I can see, I couldn't really see much intention or involvement. I've not seen, everybody comes and seems like so much in rush, and that's totally fine if you're playing attacking cricket, but you need to pick up the right ball and hit it to the right areas. We have seen all these 7 wickets being fall. It's not really a great effort being made. All of them were out. This is another shot just good stop there on the boundary. Prashant definitely saving 3 runs. So talking about apart from only Saifullah, he's hit hard that ball and took a good catch on the boundary line on the Heather Hayat bowling.
Yeah, absolutely. Arslan coming back for his final over of the day. Well, looking to get to the ball. He's bowled well here. 1 for 19 into his final over. And once again, the Outlanders come around playing their first game. So it'll take them some time to get used to the conditions, but they've got to acclimatize themselves very quickly. It's a tough competition, this, the MCA Tri Series of 2025. Very strong teams. Two of the other teams, the MCA Blues and the Malaysia Reds. As the Reds couch another catch, it's the skipper, Amir Azim, who just rolls over backwards slightly. And Arslan picks up his second. It's the eighth wicket to fall with the score on 94.
Let's have a look how this once again slightly way wider of the crease. Zakir Hussain wanted to go across. I think he's short of time, didn't really have the swing of the bat. And Captain Amir Azim does not draw that. Well, yes, you have right, Robert, that this is their first game and they need to take a bit time, and that I think that's the reason they should have. And they have played here many games, not as a team, yes, but they are the regular player who's playing regular games, and I think they have played enough game here on this surface, in particular surface on this ground. So I think they have clear idea what can be done and what should be done when one wicket is loose, another batter comes. We have not seen also much rotation, because one wicket fall, another wicket, there's plenty of dot comes in, which build more pressure. We have talked about this when we were doing together in the 50-over tournament. That's another catch.
Yeah, just shakes it off. It was a low catch. He had to get the fingers under it, but he does it and picks up another one in the over. The application from the Outlanders sorely lacking here. That's another one. Soft dismissal, though. Good bowling nonetheless from Aslan. He's picked up 3 for 20. Good spell of bowling. 9 down. Well, the Outlanders in danger of being bowled out inside their allotted 20 overs. And, well, according to my partner, these players have played a lot of cricket here at the BAYUEMAS Oval, but I think this is the first time they're playing all together. So, in terms of a team chemistry point of view and understanding each other's roles and how they bat, they perhaps will have seen each other bat across different teams through multiple competitions. They've got to find the winning combination here in terms of a batting order and a batting lineup. They decided to open with two attacking batters at the top. That didn't pay off. They were looking to swing at everything because there was some good bowling from the Reds. Perhaps, maybe in the upcoming match or the next one that they play, they might go one attacking batter, one technically strong batter just to nudge the ball around. There's not too many dot balls. Meanwhile, it's Amir Azam coming to bowl his final over of the day, the 19th of the first innings. Oh, he's slipped at the non-striker. And Kamran, comedy of errors there. All smiles, which means everything's good.
Yes, indeed, I'm enjoying a lot, but let me bring it to a bit serious part of this. That's cleaning up. There's no intent, just giving a lot of room and offer, and wanted to hit that in middle of. Look at that.
Well, smart bowling from Amir Azim. Slowed it down, kept it straight. The batter had already gone through the shot before the ball had arrived. And, well, the Outlanders have been bowled out under 100 here in the 19th over. Amir Azim picking up the last wicket. So the Outlanders have been bowled out for 95, and Malaysia Reds will need 96. And that's how the first innings panned out. Kizar Hayat 3 for 11, Arslan 3 for 20, and Arifullah 2 for 6, 2 in his second over. The batting card for the Outlanders, well, not much to talk about. Zakir Hussain getting to 20 of 24, Sufyan 18 of 15, and Naeed Hassan with a couple of lusty blows getting to 30 of 11. When we come back, Malaysia Reds will need 96 from their 20 overs at a run rate of 4.80. So we'll see you on the other side of the break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This beautiful venue of BAYUEMAS Cricket Oval of the MCT20 Tri Series 2025. Match between Thunderstorm Outlanders and Malaysia Red. Early this afternoon, Malaysia Red has Thunderstorm has won the toss and they have decided to bat first. It was a dominating bowling first innings by the Malaysia Red, just allowing Thunderstorm to put on the board 97 runs. And now the Stu batter is making their way in the middle. Rajkumar Rajendran. And alongside Haziq Aiman, these two batters are way capable of were from the right go, just making their way into the line of the ball and hit. So nice atmosphere here in a BAYUEMAS Oval. Nicely cloudy, windy, perfect. Here you go. Riley on the money. First ball boundary. A dream start for the any batter. Malaysia Reds. Full toss. Seems like wanted to go fuller. Didn't really execute it. Good comeback by Sultan. Yes, it's very interesting to see both batter and the bowler sharing the same jersey number. On their shirt. And that's another blow. Nicely driven, full in control, Fuller. And that's 4 runs. And also there is just a little bit of change that will tell you the score on the scoreboard. There you go. Fuller outside off stump, bringing that ball, that bat into the line of the ball, hitting it completely with dominancy. A good start for the Malaysian Reds. They are looking very sharp here, and they have chased it down in the previous game 180. And definitely this Malaysian Red batter looks very red hot form. Oh, that's another glorious. This time even better. 1 bounce and 4. Looked like Muhammad Haziq Aiman loves to hit that area. A little bit odd running. Run up. And that's the right area to hit that boundary. Completely different comparatively. The Thunderstorm batter, 2 opening batter, Shahbaz and Janindra. Those 2 are going across the line of the ball. It's another comeback by Sultan. And where on another side, this Haziq Aiman is trying to go a bit straighter off the stump, and why not? The ball is just new. does a little help at the beginning for the fast bowler. But odd run up, and that's where he misses steps. This time on the pad, just tickled towards mid wicket for a single. And that's a good over for the Malaysian Reds. 14 on the board with none. Windy and cloudy weather here in BAYUEMAS. A great initiative taken by the Malaysian Cricket Association, who has set this platform for all these cricketers, the top level cricketer who is involved in this prestigious MCA T20 Tri Series 2025. These names who's been listed in both teams are way capable of turning the table around right away. Exactly the same fashion from the Golden Hope and left and introduced Zakir Hussain. On-field umpire Wahib giving a signal wide. And Zakir Hussain is also way capable. This time, a bit slowish delivery. A shot of the length. Shehbaz is also great option to bowl with a new ball at this time. He bring in that ball. Like I was saying, it's trying to create the angle and creating the doubt in the batter mind, keeping that ball away. A bit short, slightly fuller, bringing in this time a bit quicker delivery. And even better, the first maximum for the Malaysian Red, and it's from this guy, Muhammad Haziq. But that's kind of a bit short of the land, and he has no second invitation to hit that. Look like Haziq Aiman is just did it all alone. On the leg, chance of the catch. Would it be taken? And yes, it's taken. Sufyan has taken easily. And the first breakthrough for the Thunderstorm Outlanders. Slowish on the pad. And make no mistake. Safe pair of hands. First breakthrough. The Thunder's men depart after scoring 19 runs on 12 deliveries. And I think that's a good thing that they have taken the first breakthrough, and they will look forward to get another one and try to put the Malaysian Reds under pressure. Hasnain Ahmed has walked in to the middle, will give a company to Raj Kumar. Full toss, just playing convincingly. Last ball of the over. Slowish delivery. Don't want to rush. Chance of the run out. Would it be? Direct hit would do the damage. But nevertheless, 2 are gone. 22 for 1. Well, this is a very good start for the Malaysia Red, which is a good news for them as they would want to start a similar fashion they have been known for. And also, it's a good weather here in a BAYUEMAS over. And I will take this advantage to introduce my friend, commentator, Robert. Welcome back.
A very good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you're watching from, and welcome to the run chase of Malaysia Reds versus the Thunderstorm Outlanders, who won the toss earlier. Chose to bat, couldn't get too many on the board. Good start for the Reds. Azikaiman departing after a blissful innings. This is clipped off the pads. Sultan Munawar has struggled in his first over with his line and length, and continues here to drift down the pads. And you were talking a bit about the start that the Reds have had, and how Haziq Ayman was looking to go down the ground, similar in terms of mindset as the Outlanders batters, but the scoring areas that he was looking to target was down the ground. The one time he decided to go square of the wicket, he went straight down the fielder's throat, where he made no mistake and pouched the catch. And just an interesting point that I wanted to put out there is that when Haziq Ayman was looking to go down the ground, he was picking up runs. There was a long on in place, but he was going straight. So perhaps something there for the batters to keep in mind. Mind you, 6 overs of power play, only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Kamran, I think this is a good start, knowing exactly what they're chasing. They're looking to capitalize here on the power play and try and get as many runs as possible. Even if they lose a couple of wickets, they have a very deep batting lineup.
Yes, indeed, Robert. And I think you made the right point here. You mentioned straight down the ground, and that's where Haziq Ayman was able to hit those boundaries, because he was not trying to bowl hit so hard one. He was not trying to go cross of the ball, and that's what usually a batter would do with a new ball when they found a straight area is vacant and try to utilize that. So Haziq Ayman was able to do so, and that's a good start, of course. Yes, indeed, for the Malaysian Reds, and that's as every team would do, and they even have a very deep batting lineup. And if I mention it, their captain has yet to come into the middle, as well as Khidr is there. There is Hassan Masood, who is another dynamic batter, who you can really count on him when it's come to, he's usually likable more on the top order. And let me tell you one thing, Robert, Rajkumar Rajendra has yet to face deliveries. Just one delivery has faced. So there's a lot of batting who's left.
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that, because I was keeping an eye. Rajkumar Rajendran, who opened alongside Haziq Ayman, faced his first delivery on in the fifth delivery of the third over. So he's been out there for some time. Had to wait for quite a while to face his first delivery. But 3 overs gone, 26 for 1. It's a good start for the Reds. Rajkumar Rajendran will be very relieved that he picked up that single and finally got off the mark. Here's Zakir Hussain, the wicket taker. Well, interesting start here, mind you. To remind our viewers as well, the Outlanders playing their first game in the series. And, so it'll take them a little bit of time to get used to their winning combination and even to find it. There's been some good signs with the bat, but unfortunately, nobody being able to convert it into a big score, and which is why you see the Reds just chasing 97 for victory here. Want to pick up a couple of wickets and perhaps make this chase a little bit harder or difficult for the Reds as they pick up an easy couple of runs.
That's very good run between the wicket, and Rajkumar Rajendra would like to stay and face more balls, especially in the first power play. And I think they know of his bit of weaker point is he's a little bit of lighter, I would say, weaker on the pads, where that's why Zakir Hussain known him for a very long time. He's playing a lot of cricket. These two play a lot of cricket together against each other, so they know each other very well. Where Zakir Hussain is trying to target his pads, as you can see.
A bit of inside information there from Kamran Hamid regarding these two players. He's also an active player in the Malaysian cricket scene. Knows quite a few of these players quite well. And, exactly as described, Zakir Hussain firing it into the pads of Rajkumar Rajendran. Normally a very aggressive attacking batter. He'll throw his hands at anything, and watchful on that occasion, drops it down towards long on for a single. Good over in the context of this run chase, but the Reds continue to maintain a healthy run rate. 4 overs gone, 32 for 1.
Yes, so that's an impressive start for them, even though they have just taken 6 runs. Not really more than comparatively to the first 3 overs. 32 runs was when there was a first power play, if I'm not mistaken. The Thunderstorm was batting on, and it's a great initiative taken by the MCA, who has set this tournament MCA Tri Series. Oh, that's appeal, big appeal. Sultan was pretty interesting, but Empire Shivan says this looks safe for me here.
Well, the only thing I'm going to point out there was take a look at the wicket keeper, how far down the pads before he started that appeal. Usually something to keep an eye on. It's way down the leg side. He's looking to gather that ball. Good delivery nonetheless from Sultan Munawar. Three runs picked up there. Good running between the wickets from this pair. They've already in the previous over run a couple of runs twice. Hasnain Ahmad, very good talent with the bat. He's got plenty of scoring areas. Both sides of the wicket, down the ground as well. Exciting talent. Looking for a quick single. Chance here. Needs a direct hit. Made it home safe. Good calling. Good understanding between this pair.
Well, Rajkumar Rajendran is yet to find his rhythm in the batting. He's trying hard, but yet to connect. I think he's taking his time a bit. I've not seen him this much patience. Facing 9 delivery, just scoring 9 runs. That's another white. Dan continues struggle. He's been very costly. 2.4 over 23 runs has been given, and I think no fast bowler would love to see giving 23 runs just 2.4 overs. That's costly.
Yeah, you're right. And the one thing that Sultan Munawar has struggled with is his line. He's been on both sides of the wicket. And in a T20 game inside the power play, you can't have that as a fast bowler. It's very difficult for the captain to set fields if you're straying on both sides of the wicket. Batters in this day and age, they're very skilled to go through the offside and through the leg side. Unfortunately for the Outlanders and Munawar, hasn't been able to settle in to a line and length. He's bowled a couple of good deliveries here and there, but consistency is key. And he's got to be able to execute his variations according to plan. and that's the difference in the longer format versus the shorter format. You can't get too predictable. At the same time, you've got to execute your deliveries with a very small margin for error. 5 overs gone. The Reds are 41 for 1, making quick work of this run chase. They need just 56 more runs in the remaining 15 overs. Look at that, the required run rate under 4 now. Kamran, the Reds putting on a very solid display here with bat and ball.
Yes, indeed. It's all about from the ball now. One until now has been dominating by the red, and credit goes to them. I was talking about just about the first inning end, but didn't really get a chance to finish it. Let me finish it here. Even though we have talked about the surface, they have been very batting friendly, but yet the red has not allowed any of the batter to bat on its surface. So the credit goes to the bowler. He's been bowling so well, and now even the same surface. Look at them. The Reds are dealing it so well. The batter is doing good, even though they lose one wicket, but still running the scoreboard in a good strike rate. Is just 56 runs away from the victory. So that's a really good show put on by the Reds.
Shahbaz Ali, change in bowling. He looks somebody who's quite nippy. He's got good height release point. Pretty smooth run up to the crease. Watchful from Hasnain Ahmed, who's batting on 5 of 10. Rajkumar Rajendran, Kamran, you mentioned, who's shown some patience, not something we associate Rajkumar Rajendran with. Well, the Reds will be quite happy with the fact that one of their openers is deciding to take time out in the middle. Haziq Ayman took on the bowling earlier, and since his departure, Hasnain Ahmed and Rajkumar have run well between the wickets. Once again, hitting it straight to the fielder. Quick call, good understanding. They come through for another quick single. This is what we didn't see in the first innings from the Outlanders, Kamran.
Yes, indeed, and I think these two have been playing together a lot of cricket. Hasnain and Rajkumar Rajendran. And talking about Rajkumar Rajendran, it's actually he has spent a lot of time with Coach Bilal, and I think he has been able. Only the one man who's been able to put in mind that yes, you like to hit hard. Yes, you can. Nobody's stopping you, but do take a little while to see how the ball behaves and how the ball comes into the bat. And try to go then. So it's a good thing, as you mentioned, for the team and for himself. And now come back to this bowler. I really want to talk about this guy, Shahbaz. I have seen him for quite some time with the ball. It's a great swing of the bat.
That is hit powerfully, Kamran. He's just middled that to perfection. This is what we're talking about. Rajkumar Rajendran generally loves to hit the ball hard, and he's smashed the screws out of that one.
Yes, it's been hit so hard. He likes to go against every bowler and every ball hard, and I think he should just keep it balanced. You need to pick up the right balls and the right bowler. Oh, that's another swing, wild swing.
Pick up a couple of runs there, and just going back to what you were mentioning, I think the important couple of words you mentioned there is Coach Bilal has been reunited with quite a few of these players that he's worked with for quite some time. And that's exciting news coming out of Malaysia. More exciting news is the signing of one legendary personnel, Mr. Dave Watmore, won the World Cup with Sri Lanka in '96. So exciting times for cricketers in Malaysia. And the MCA T20 Tri-Series is a testament to that, as Rajkumar Rajendran continues to display his attacking batting prowess clips this one off the pads over mid wicket, and with that boundary will bring up the 50 as well for the Reds. So exciting times, good end to the over and the power play for Malaysia Reds. Rajkumar Rajendran is on his way, 23 or 14 for him.
Well, that's good name has been added to the Malaysian Cricket Association, and definitely these two names will bring a lot of positivity and a lot of development into Malaysia cricket, and that has been a great step taken by Malaysian Cricket Association, and that's a very good news as well. It will bring a lot of talent. They will introduce a lot of talent to the cricket world, and I'm sure, as you mentioned, this is the one of the testament which is we are hosting here at MCA T20 Try Series. Seem like the bowlers have been changed, and Saifullah Malik has been brought in for the take. Well, Rajkumar Rajendran is one of the guy that I've seen him for quite some time, and he likes to hit the ball hard. He love it. This is way he doesn't want to change it, and nobody would want him to change because everybody loves to see him batting in the same fashion. But if you're a bowler and you know that his weakness is on his pad to the legs, you need to be so much accurate to hitting that block hell or crash his toes. We just see the previous over, Shehbaz was bowling to him, but he was just way going out of his legs. Just bring that bat, the quick hand to the ball, and got to the boundary. So it's excited talent, which is there you go, another wild swing.
It's comeback for two. Talked about this pair of Hasnain Ahmed and Rajkumar Rajendran. Very good understanding, played a lot of cricket together. Two very fit athletes. They've been running hard. And, well, they've also been able to pick up the boundaries, but credit to them, they've run really hard, which has kept the scoreboard ticking over at a very healthy rate. And well, the bowling that continues to target Rajendran's pads is straying a little too far down the leg side for my liking.
Yes, it's Saifullah is a good all-rounder, and of course these two have played together a lot of cricket, and both of them is fit because they have played very good cricket for a year or two now. In particular, Rajkumar Rajendran has been a fully associated member of the Malaysian Cricket Association. He's been putting a lot of work on himself. He lose some weight. He work on his fitness. So as we can see, his a lot of progress has been made in his batting. There you go.
Well, the square boundaries slightly bigger than the straight ones, and resulting in the two wickets to fall so far. Both the openers, every time they've decided to go square of the wicket, they've held out to that fielder there out on the boundary. Good catch taken in the end. It was up in the air for a long time. It was hit well off the bat of Rajkumar Rajendran. Good knock at the top of the order, 25 of 17. They've gotten the Reds off to a good start, 57 for 2. One delivery to go in the seventh.
Well, I think they say the commentator curse. We have been praising him. We're talking about him, and but he's gone out in his own fashion way. And I think, as a batter, if you get out on your own shot and you don't really get disappointed unless or until you become double-minded and you wanted to hit and you try to stop it. So I think Rajkumar Rajendra would not be really disappointed. Yes, he wished to stay there till the last runs, but definitely I think he has contributed enough, and he's done his work.
Yeah, I don't think he'll feel too bad about that. He'll probably go back and he'll think about what he could have done better there in order to not get out in that fashion. I think he'll come across a couple of things. One, the placement could have been better. The shot was definitely on. It was a short pitch delivery from Saifullah, and that needed to be put away. But perhaps the placement could have been slightly better had it had been 10, 15 yards to his left or right. There was a certain boundary, so not too much to worry about for Rajendran as Hassan comes in, gets off the mark with a single of his first delivery. So good close to the over. 7 overs gone. Reds a 58 for 2.
Just 9 runs away from the victory. 2 well caliber and well crafted batter with the good skills. Hassan and Hassan Masood. Hassan Masood is more likable for me on my eyes. I like the way he plays, very composed and very relaxed. And he pick up the right ball. I've seen him playing a lot of brilliant innings, match winning innings. There are a lot of players who play good innings, but they are not a match winning innings. And he has been playing plenty. I've been witness it, his own batting. I like the way he stay calm, composed, pick up the right areas once he's settled down. We'll see what he can do today. That's a good start at the point of the captain. Shabazz from the Thunderstorm Outlander, the leader, just putting his body behind the ball. Definitely saving some runs for the team. This time on the pad, just tickle down, look for 2. Would they get 2? Yes, easy. 2 runs run between the wicket has been the highlighted, and I think every team we have talked about Robert earlier when we were hosting this 50 over between Malaysia and Pondicherry. They have been exceptional. They were not just running between the wicket, but they were master of stealing the runs. And I think every team should work on these skill, not just to hit the ball to the boundary, but also that's a great delivery. Not just to hit the boundaries to the ball to the boundary, but just also try to learn the art of stealing the runs and run between the wicket is for me is the key, because we can't hit every ball to the boundary. But we can take every ball, the singles, the doubles, and that single double actually create more pressure on the opponent. What do you take on this, Robert?
Well, we have enough data and analysts that suggest the team with the least number of dot balls inevitably wins the most number of T20 games. So there's that. Um, and going back to your point, yes, you want to try and pick up singles, but we know for a fact that batters in this particular format, they set up in such a way with a mindset that they're going to look to take on every ball. But the best in the business, the one thing that they're able to do is limit the number of dot balls that they face. And whether that's picking up singles or whether that's hitting the gaps, we'll talk a bit more about hotspots in any format. And the best of the batters, this is what they've learned to do is drop and run, hit the gaps, pick up boundaries. And we take a look at the likes of somebody like Rahul Dravid, who did not have too many big scoring shots, still played T20 cricket, was still a very effective batter. And just goes to show that, yes, you in the modern day, you train all you want in terms of power hitting, but when you come across a very good bowling attack where your hitting is no longer working for you, you're going to have to rotate singles. But this is another good shot, not quite off the middle of the bat, fielder making a complete mess of this. Sultan Munawar, I believe it is. And well, Hassan let off the hook there.
Yes, you made it right point, and you can see there's so many in the modern era. A lot of cricketers who is believing on the power, just purely power hitting, like Andrew Russell and all these big names, you name it, in the world cricket. Even there is a lot of franchises and the own leagues has been introduced over the world. Every country is introducing their own leagues, and they have bring all these big names, big hitters, and it's full of entertainment. But if you see a lot more cricketer who's been surviving is more of those, as you mentioned, like a Rahul Dravid. There's more like a Babar Azam. He's not a big striker of the ball, but look at him. He's still on the top of the table in the world T20. So this is prime example for all these cricketers. Yes, power hitting is something that is very good in the modern day cricket, which is suits, but you cannot underestimate rotation of the strike. With that, we come to over number 8, 64 for 2.
Yeah, just going back to your point, power hitting, not to say that it's not important, it is a very important facet of the modern day cricket that is being played all across the globe. And of course, when runs are of utmost importance, having the ability to clear the boundary is a very good trait to have as a batter. But at the same time, you don't want to compromise on your shape, and that's something a lot of the batting coaches will talk about. Don't lose shape as you play the shot, and that is one perfect example. Looking to go after that one, losing his shape, and getting the inside half of the bat. And so it's a fine balance between the power hitting side of things and playing good cricketing shots. Now, as a batter, you'll see the likes of, go to the example of one very fine batter that I think we can all agree is A.B. de Villiers. His ability to adjust from the test format to the T20. He's known as Mr. 360, but he's a couple of his innings in test matches have just been contrast to the way he plays in T20. And a lot of his conversations in interviews come down to the fact that he's just doing the basics right. And one of those things is making sure he gets bat on ball and gets into good positions, and the rest is instincts take over. So I think that's something for aspiring cricketers to want to do. Yes, you want to train your power hitting game, but at the same time, you've got to do the basics right. When the bowling is on top, learn how to pick up singles here and there, and keep the strike turning over. At the moment, this is good batting. Waited for that, used the pace, played it to the sweeper on the offside. Mind you, the Reds just need 30 more runs for victory.
Well, you mentioned keep that shape in a place, and that's where most of the batter is losing this part when they are comes to a power hitting, because they forget how important is the head position and stay behind the ball so that you get enough elevation and the power, the strength that you want to put behind the ball. Yes, if you played enough cricket, like look at Andrew Russell, he is way out of syllabus. He's playing way out of syllabus. Like you mentioned, Abby de Villiers, yes, he has played some shot like 360. He will make a ball from one to another side. And if you mentioned also talking about just making those basic rides, so what he doing is correctly staying behind the ball, which is very important. So that's where most of the time I've seen all these cricketers, some of these cricketers, not all, that they are not trying to stay. If we also seen, if look at this game, the first inning, if you see most of these batters when they try to go for a big shot, they were way away from the ball, not really getting close to the ball, which caused them not enough power on the bat and caused them a wicket. So yep, Great point, Robert.
Well, the only thing I'll add to that, Kamran, is what we see on TV is the finished product. It's these players who have come out and decided to entertain us. What we don't see is the hours and the thousands and thousands of repetitions that they've put in to playing each shot. So a lot of us, we watch TV, we watch our heroes, we watch our icons, and we want to do what they do, but they've spent numerous amounts of hours putting in the hard work and the repetitions for each and every stroke, which is why they're able to go out there and execute it under pressure in a crunch moment, in a crunch series, in a crunch game, perhaps a final, a semi final. And well, that's what separates the best from the rest.
Well, that's rightly mentioned. And I was listening to one of the interview of Babar Azam, and he mentioned that he plays every single day 500 to 600 balls. So can you imagine if someone is playing 5 to 600 ball in a day, even though you are rightly up on the top of the batting lineup, but he's still working so hard. As you mentioned, what we see on the TV is just a final product, but we have not seen them when they comes to train, work hard, sweat out. All these things is just these cricketer need to put to get into that area.
Well, dare I say, final product. A lot of the players who even get to that level continue to put in the work, despite making it to legendary status. We take a look at the likes of Babar Azam, Virat Kohli, and those two names are quite synonymous with batting, and in the class, they're in a class of their own. Talk about Joe Root, Ben Stokes. Despite getting to that elite level, they continue to put in the work because they know it's use it or lose it. So they go in every day. Every day they wake up, the count comes back to zero, and they have to redo all the work as Hasnain drives this one beautifully down the ground. He's obviously somebody who's done the work as he plays a beautiful looking shot for four.
And that was flighty delivery. Fuller with an invitation, and he's taking it with both arms, just picking the right area. That's a good delivery. As a spinner, you need to have a lot of control, Robert, and to be able to pitch in the right area. This is where you become a tougher to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when the batters are looking to go after everything. Oh, as Hasnain Emma taking it easy as he was strolling through for that single. That was very close to being a direct hit. Umpire Wahib, very good position. But yes, as a spinner, you've got very little margin for error in this format. And that is in the slot. Has he got hold of it? Yes, he has. Not far from the fielder, but this is what we were talking about. As a spinner, Kamran, you can't miss your length. It cannot end up in the slot of the batters as Hassan picks up a half a dozen and heads into the drinks break with a score on 84 for 2 after 10. And we'll come back with the rest of this run chase after the drinks break. Back, folks. Drinks have been had in the run chase. And, Malaysia Reds requiring just 13 more runs for victory. It's been an instrumental run chase, 84 for 2, never in any kind of trouble. And despite losing the toss, the Reds have kept full control of this game. The only thing not going their way was the toss, but with ball in hand, they restricted the Outlanders to 96. Here they are, 13 runs away from victory. That'll be an extra. And, Kamran, it's been a solid performance from the Reds with bat, ball, and in the field. Outlanders have yet to get up to speed with the quality of this contest and the series. No doubt they'll come back tomorrow. And they'll be up against the Blues in their next fixture.
Yes, Robert. Yes, indeed. They have to make sure that they come back stronger for the next game tomorrow. And all these names who is representing Thunderstorm way capable of putting a good show. But I think that's not. It's not dead. Oh, that's got thick edged and has run away quickly to the boundary. Empire Shivam with the signal, 4 runs. Just 7 runs away. Robert, have a look at that.
This is very brave from the wicketkeeper to stand up to the stumps to Saifullah. He's got some pace on him. And, in the end, fortunate 4 runs. And you're right. The Outlanders definitely will go back this evening and they will have a good think and a good chat about what they need to do. That's clipped off the pads. It's going down to the fine leg region. This single, and they'll come back tomorrow and they'll be up against another very strong Malaysia Blues side. And the good thing about that is they won't have too much time to sit and dwell on their mistakes. They've got to fix things, and it can actually be a blessing in disguise when you have back-to-back games. It does not allow you to ponder too much in your misery. And you have the opportunity to go out there and do it all over again. As Sultan Munawar will do the cleaning up there, keep it down to 2.
Well, that's really good display, bowling and batting display overall by this Malaysian Reds. Their bowler has been each one of them were given a very great job with the ball. And that's a really clean struck. And as you like, it's cleaning. Finish it with a style, Robert.
Absolutely. What a wonderful win with a brilliant shot. That is just a nice pickup over long on. There's a fielder there. He didn't care. Just went with it. Full swing of the bat. And half a dozen to finish things off. As Malaysia Reds win this encounter against the Outlanders by 8 wickets. Well, it was the first game for the Outlanders. They won the toss. And they chose to bat first. They could only manage 96 on the board. They're perhaps not accustomed to this format. And it seemed like they had a little lack of planning with the batting order. No doubt they will go back and fix that. They could only manage 96. They were bowled out inside their allotted 20 overs. A dominant display with the bat. Both the openers for the Reds, Rajkumar and Haziq Aiman, doing well. Rajkumar getting to 25 of 17. Hasnain Ahmed 24 of 24 unbeaten. And then Hassan getting to 20 of 14 unbeaten. The bowling for the Outlanders, only 2 bowlers able to pick up a wicket. Zakir Hussain and Saifullah picking up 1 apiece. But in the end, Malaysia Reds with a comfortable 8-wicket win over the Outlanders. And, Kamran, we've had a good day in the com box. It's been an exciting game. Your thoughts?
Well, yes, indeed. We do have a good time in a com box. But yes, the Red has to come back stronger. The Thunderstorm has to come back stronger tomorrow, win this game. But yet, I look forward to catch you again for another another partnership with you, Robert. Me signing up from here. Take a good care of yourself, everyone. Catch you soon.